guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm not sure if this is going to be the first video that you are seeing in this new setup background. I just can't keep things the same for too long. So I feng shui and I like rearrange my furniture, just space all the time. And I have also started to decorate for the holidays, which I'm really excited about. But today we're going to be talking about my current winter favorites. I've got some makeup, skincare, hair care, and lifestyle products to talk to you about. I have a ton sitting in front of me, so we got a lot to get through. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would love if you'd consider subscribing before moving on, but because this is probably gonna be a long video, as they always are, let's just get into it. I am currently sipping on mint juniper honey tea from the Tazo tea line. So good. This is definitely a winter favorite, or like an all year round favorite, but I feel like it fits the holiday season well. All right, so I'm gonna start with makeup in case you're only here for the makeup. We'll get through the makeup, and then if you wanna say so long, you can say so long. But in the wintertime, my skin gets incredibly dry. I've noticed my skin is super dry around like my temples lately, like disgustingly dry. And when I powder my foundation, it's a situation. So in the winter, I love a good hydrating primer. One of my favorites right now is the Ultra Repair Hyaluronic Hydrating Primer from First Aid Beauty. I also love the Coconut Skin Smoothing Priming Moisturizer. That one's also really nice and hydrating, but this is the one that I have been reaching for quite a bit lately, so I wanted to mention that. And then I also do find myself reaching for a more, I don't want to say more mattifying, but like somewhat mattifying foundation in the wintertime. I don't know what it is about wintertime. I just go for a little bit more full coverage, and I'm okay with like a little bit more matte. So two that I've been loving are the Oma Beauty Say What foundation. This is definitely a very comfortable sort of satin matte sort of finish. It's such a liquidy and lightweight foundation that it doesn't feel like anything on your skin. A lot of matte foundations can feel super heavy and super cakey on the skin, and that is not something that I get with this foundation. I have mine in the shade White Pearl T2N. I feel like I could have gone up like a shade to the blue cap in the N, but I can make this work for me, and I think this is such a nice foundation. This is one that I absolutely would repurchase when I finish this. And then recently I've been trying out the Catrice Liquid Coverage, HD Liquid Coverage Mattifying Foundation. I've been really nervous to try this just because I've heard it's pretty full coverage and it's a little bit more mattifying. I actually have this on my skin today, and I really like the way that this looks on my skin. I've actually been really impressed with this. For a more full coverage foundation, it is, again, really lightweight on the skin. You can, I don't want to say sheer it out because you're not going to get sheer coverage. You definitely can sheer it out to a more medium coverage. You're not going to be able to sheer it out much more than that. But I like to first apply this with my fingers, actually. I'll rub it into my skin with my hands, and then I'll go over it with a beauty sponge just to make it look a little bit more flawless. And I've actually really been enjoying this. I did not think I was going to, so this was a pleasant surprise, and one that I see myself reaching for a ton this winter season. I just have one bronzer I wanted to recommend. It's the Huda Beauty Tan Tour. So what I love about this for the winter is that this product specifically is a little bit more full coverage, especially considering that it is a cream product. I have been loving creams this year. I don't know what it is. I don't know what changed, because before it was like, I don't want to touch a cream or a liquid product with a 10-foot pole, but I have been loving them this year. And this I really like for this time of year, again, because it is a little bit more full coverage, than like my Tarte Breezy or my Milk Bronzing Stick. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. I have mine in the shade Fair, and it looks a little bit deep in the pan, but again, you can kind of sheer this out, and it really is a great match for my skin tone, and I have really been impressed with this product and glad that I have this. I know I'll be reaching for this all winter long. I have a couple of blushes I wanted to mention, and they're actually all cream blushes. Again, who am I? First up, I have this one from Fenty Beauty. This is her, oops, I grabbed the wrong one. So this is her cream blush in the shade Rose Latte. As you can tell, it's pretty deep, but I love that it gives a really nice, like, deep wine shade to the cheeks, and you can sheer this one out quite a bit as well. It's very, very user friendly in that you really really can sheer this out, or you can build it up. So even on my pale skin, I can make this work for me. I think it's so beautiful for the winter time. This is definitely like my tone in the winter time. Again, my tone in the winter time. This is from Rare Beauty. It's in the shade Love. It's one of her matte blush formulas. This one is incredibly pigmented. Like, this is just a dot. Incredibly pigmented, but again, I really like this like rich terracotta red sort of tone on my cheeks for the summer, or not summertime, for the winter time. And this is definitely going to be a staple this winter. And then a more affordable option, I have this one from Milani. It's their liquid blush in the shade Wine Glow. This definitely has a more unique texture in that it feels more like a gel-like consistency, but it is pretty easy to work with as well. Again, very pigmented, and just gives that really beautiful sort of nude, reddy wine sort of shade to the cheeks. I think it's absolutely stunning. So these are 3 go-tos for me, and will be 3 go-tos all winter long. For highlighters, pretty much all year round, but specifically in the winter, I love a good icy pink highlighter. So I have 2 liquid options, because again, here we go, liquids. I have the Pillow Talk Beauty Light Wand from Charlotte Tilbury. This is so easy to work with. A lot of people don't like the little poof ball applicator. I actually don't mind it, other than the fact that sometimes you can accidentally get a little bit too much product on the little floof ball, but you just kind of tap it into the skin, and then you can go over it with your finger, with a brush, with a sponge, however you best like to apply it, and it gives a really, really beautiful pink tone to the cheeks. If you're looking for something a little bit more intense, I would recommend the Night Shine from Glossier. I have mine in the shade Pale Pearl, but I actually feel like this pulls just a hair pink, kind of like a champagne and pink hybrid. I think this is beautiful. And then this is like my staple winter highlighter. This is from Bobbi Brown. It's in the shade Pink Glow, and I just have this little mini. I think it's so beautiful. And every winter, this is my go-to highlighter. How freaking pretty is that? So those would be my 3 highlighter like recommendations, or top 3 for winter highlighters for me. One palette that I just like think of when I think of winter palettes in my collection is this one from Nabla. This is the Dreamy 2 palette. I'm actually going to be doing, during my next palette week, I'm going to categorize all of my palettes by season. So be on the lookout for that. But this is one that will fall into the winter category. There's just something about this palette that just kind of screams wintertime to me. I don't know if it's like the darker blues and purples. There's just something about it that I'm like, yes, this is like a winter palette for me. So this is the only palette that I have to talk about today. I have a few single eyeshadows. So this time of year, I really kind of associate winter with like parties and like New Year's. So I have 2 Metal Shock shadows from Essence, which you guys know I have really been enjoying. So I have the shade Zinc About You, as well as Ironic, sorry. Ironic is going to be the more silver tone shade, and Zinc About You is this really, really beautiful pink shade. Both of these are just absolutely stunning, and I think that these are going to be perfect. Like, we aren't probably going to be going out for New Year's, I mean, let's be honest, but like if you want to pretend like you're going out and just like watch the ball drop and still get dressed up and just sit on your couch and watch the ball drop, I mean, yes. And I feel like these are 2 eyeshadow like shades toppers that are just perfect for the winter time. And then alongside that, I also wanted to recommend these 2 from ColourPop. I have the shade Ritz as well as Koosh. These are 2 of their like OG shadows, and they re-released these with the Taupe collection. I'm hoping that these will still be available. If they are, I will absolutely have them linked below. Both of them are just so beautiful, and again, kind of just remind me of like New Year's, which just also reminds me of winter. So we have Ritz up here, which really doesn't have much of a base to it, but is just such a stunning, like has this iridescent glitter running through it, and it's so pretty. And then we have Koosh, which is this really beautiful, almost like satin taupey champagne, and both of these are just absolutely stunning. I mean, look at all 4 of these. I mean, yes. Yes! All right, then we're gonna round the makeup section out with lip products. You guys know I'm like a lip balm type of a bee. Like, lip balms are my thing. I love me a good lip balm. Of all lip products, I would like, if I had to choose one category of lips, I would keep lip balms because these lips need all the help they can get. And a lip balm that I've really been enjoying lately is this one from Summer Fridays. It is the Lip Butter Balm. It has a vanilla scent to it. And what I love about this is you can use this day or night. It's so nourishing. I usually use this in the evening time. Not necessarily as my nighttime lip mask. I really like the Milk Melatonin mask for that. But I'll also use this in the morning time as I kind of like get my makeup ready. I'll start by putting this all over my lips so that can really sink in and nourish my lips before I start to do my makeup, so by the time I get to the lips, they're nice and hydrated. So I definitely recommend this one. I also really like the Rowan liquid lip balms. I know these are like hard to get right now, but if I can find a place to link them, I will. I have the shade Remy, which is a really beautiful nude. Oh, it's so pretty. Just like the perfect nude Your Lips But Better shade. And then I also have the shade Charlie, which is just a little bit deeper, but still such a beautiful Your Lips But Better. Just more of like a rosy tone shade. Perfect for the winter time. So I love these two, and then it wouldn't be winter and holiday time if we didn't bust our reds out. So if you like more of a comfortable formula, you like more of a lip gloss, I have these two from Tower 28 that I recommend. I have the shade XOXO, which is actually going to be a little bit more pink toned, but definitely something that you can still get away with this time of year in the winter. I mean, here in Minnesota, winter definitely extends into February. So for like Valentine's Day, I think this would be really pretty. February is always like the worst month, which is why I think February is the shortest month, because I just feel like people couldn't survive February if it was more than 27 or 28 days. And then I have the shade, I think XOXO, no, Spicy, which is such a beautiful shade. If you like something with a little bit of opacity, but still really comfortable and glossy, highly recommend that. Also, the Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Cheeky is really beautiful for this time of year. It's a red with like a gold sparkle running through it, and I think it's stunning. I believe this is permanent to the line now. Also, I recently have been trying the Rare Beauty, I forget what they call these, the matte lip creme in the shade Inspire. You guys, this is so pretty. Just a really nice like fiery orangey red. Just, I can't even. Such a perfect shade, especially for like a holiday or Christmas Zoom party this year, you know. And then I also have really been enjoying this one from Ofra. This is their Flexi Stick formula, and this is in the shade Spark. It is kind of like a liquid latex type of product. I don't notice that it transfers on my lips at all or transfers on my face, which is what I was definitely worried about. It's kind of like a liquid lip gloss. Like, it definitely has a shine to it. It doesn't set down. It is long lasting, doesn't feel drying, and this is just like the most beautiful like candy apple red. Just like right up my alley. So definitely have to recommend that as well. Oh, I forgot I had one more makeup product to recommend. I still like to look dewy even though we go with like more of a mattifying foundation, and I have been loving the Fenty What It Do setting spray. This is so freaking refreshing. It smells so nice. It just like feels nice and cooling, and it just makes my skin feel nice and hydrated and refreshed while giving it a little bit of a glow without being too much of a glow. So definitely had to recommend this. I've been really impressed with this lately. I am definitely someone who does nails by the season as well, and I have been so into the winter collection from Essie. I've used every shade except for the green one. There's a white one that my daughter ended up stealing and spilling, so I ordered the white one because it is so beautiful. I ordered it in the full size. Right now I have the pink one on. I don't know how well you'll be able to see. The pink is also really, really pretty. These definitely are more pastel. They're not as intense as they look online, but that's fine. I was looking for more of a pastel. All of them have a bit of a shimmer running through them, and I think they killed it with this collection. Highly recommend this one from Essie if you like kind of like a holiday nail like this. Moving on to hair care, I have two products to recommend. I have the Honey Bear from Briogeo. This is the Don't Despair Repair Honey Moisture Deep Conditioning Mask. I mean, I would recommend this all year round, but typically it's been the last 2 years that they brought this out for the holidays, which is why I'm including it in my winter favorites. I love this. It smells so delicious. It smells so good, and it's so hydrating on the hair. I should purchase another one of these before it goes away for the year because I just love this so much. Definitely a great gift too if you have a hair lover or a Briogeo lover. And then this is like an all year round item, but I do find that my hair gets even drier in the winter time, so this is just an absolute necessity. This is the Moroccan oil treatment from Moroccan Oil, and I just absolutely love this. It makes my hair feel so incredibly smooth and soft. I really want to try the Olaplex one, but I've just been like ride or die for this all year, so I don't know if I'm ready to part with this. My two lifestyles, this lotion, this is more of a body care, I guess I would say. This is from Lush. It's their Sleepy Body Lotion. I've mentioned a couple times that I'm getting very serious about my nighttime routine, and I love everything relaxing in the nighttime, and I just love the scent of this. It's like, I almost want to say it's like lemon and lavender. Drift into a slumber with sweet lavender scented skin. It definitely is like a sweet lavender scent, and I just adore it. This is like a must for me every night now, all year round. But in the winter I get exceptionally dry, so this is like even more of a must. And in the winter I do feel like I take my nighttime routine a little bit more seriously because I like to be a little bit cozier in the winter time, like to snuggle into bed a little bit earlier. So I highly recommend Sleepy from Lush if you're looking for a good body lotion. And then I had to mention a couple winter candles I love. I'm currently burning, what am I burning? Fresh Balsam, which is my favorite winter candle from Bath & Body Works. If you guys have any recommendations for like indie candle brands, please let me know. I'm obsessed with candles and want to try all of the candles, so let me know your favorite candles down below. But I also picked up this one. Look at this fancy packaging Bath & Body Works is doing now. This is in Fresh Winter Air. This just smells so like fresh and like clean, but has like that hint of like Christmas tree. It's just, ugh, I cannot wait to burn this one next. And then also I think this is a new one from Bath & Body Works, Frosted Forest. I want to say, if I'm remembering the notes correctly, does it say down here? Frosted Juniper, Icy Eucalyptus, Evergreen Branches, White Spruce with essential oils. It smells so good. It's like not too overpowering, but at the same time, it's gonna give a good scent throw. Cannot wait to burn these. I love when my whole house just smells like Christmas. So Christmas scented candles are an absolute must in my life. One more current favorite, not necessarily winter, kind of just like a lifestyle favorite. I had to recommend this again. This is my Teddy Blake bag, and I have not stopped using this since I got this. I hauled this a couple of months ago, and this is just my favorite bag that I have ever owned. The quality, you guys, I can't even explain the quality. I will absolutely be picking up like a summer shade when we get into like spring, summer. I typically do black for the winter. I love everything about this bag. I love that I have the zippered sides so that I can keep my life a little bit more organized. Again, it has like the long handle, so it's easy to just like toss on the body if you're not looking to do just the short straps. And then you do get this really nice amount of space on the inside too. I currently have stickers, my mask, which is really dirty, don't judge me. Need to wash it. But I had to shout this one out again because this has been a favorite since this entered my life, and I will be using this all winter long. All right, and then I just have a few skincare essentials to wrap it up with. So this is a Bodycare skincare essential. This is from Clearance. It is their tonic treatment oil. I use this as a body oil, and I didn't realize how disgustingly dry my body got until I like started to really pay attention to it. And I was like, I have to introduce an oil into my life. I started exfoliating. I started being more aggressive with my loofah in the shower. And then after the shower, I use this oil probably 3 times a week. I lotion every time after my shower. I've tried to start lotioning twice a day, once at night, once in the morning. But I have noticed a significant difference while using a body oil. It doesn't necessarily have to be the Clarins one. This is just the one I currently have. If you guys have any good body oils that you really like, let me know, because I'm definitely starting to get into body oils. The Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream is just a winter staple in my skincare routine. I put this on every single night, and I've never noticed more of a difference in terms of moisture and hydration with a moisturizer in the evening than I have with the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. It makes such a difference. In the morning, my face just feels plump and hydrated like it should. There's other moisturizers I'll use, and my face feels like moisturized, but nothing like it does when I use the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. I know this is like stupidly expensive, but for me, I think it's worth it just to invest in my skincare as I'm reaching 30. The tragedy. I've also really been enjoying, why am I starting to love these expensive Tatcha products? But the Tatcha Rice Polish. So with Maskne, I have gotten just so much texture around my chin, and it's just not going, like, no matter what I do, it's not going away. I've tried to like change my diet and cut out dairy and stuff, and it's just, I think it's just the Maskne. But I've noticed a significant difference with the texture when I use something like this rice polish, and I've tried a lot of exfoliating products and nothing compares to the rice polish. I don't know what it is about it. There's like magic in it, and I just think it's so good. So when I finish this little mini, I definitely think I will purchase a full size, because even when I'm feeling super self-conscious about my chin acne and the texture on my skin, I use this like consistently, probably 5 days a week. It's not too aggressive by any means in my skincare routine, or in my like, for my preferences. It's not too aggressive or not too abrasive. And I just noticed that even though I still have some chin acne or some texture there, it just feels so much smoother, I think, because all the dead skin cells have at least been worn away. So I just, I've been loving that so much. And then also for removing dead skin cells, I have been so in love with the Ordinary AHA 30% plus BHA 2% solution. I was so terrified to try this because I had heard of people having chemical burns on their skin, and I was like, oh, no way, I'm not doing that. And I was going to buy the Drunk Elephant Baby Facial, which I've tried in the past, and I liked it. But I was like, you know what, this is so cheap, I'm going to give it a try. If it doesn't work for me, that's fine. I'm not out too much money. I will not be buying the Drunk Elephant mask, because this is so much better. If you put a timer on and are careful, this is going to sting a little bit. It will get a little bit tingly. I would recommend only using this 1 time a week, maybe 2. There are occasions where I'll use it for 2, but the second time I use it, I only leave it on for like 3 minutes. Whereas if I'm using it once a week, I'll leave it on for like 7 to 10 minutes. This makes such a difference in the texture of your skin. I mean, this is like magic in a bottle, seriously. And it's so inexpensive. I want to say it's like $8. Maybe it's a little bit more, but whatever the price, I think it's worth it. And then finally, one more mask that I really enjoy, especially for this time of year, is this one from Summer Fridays. It's the R&R mask. This one has a little bit of grittiness to it. It is a little bit more abrasive. I could see some people not loving this one, but it has rose petals in it too, and I just feel like it gives a really beautiful glow to the skin. It makes my skin feel smooth, and I just really like this one from Summer Fridays, and I find myself reaching for it more in the winter time than I do any other season. So wanted to mention it in my winter favorites. But after that, that is going to wrap it up for today's current winter staples, winter favorites in my collection. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. What are some of your must-haves in the winter? Thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting my channel, as you always do, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye.